Rela qua idang liang langit wenaam ketaraan Rela qua padelun niung wenaam ketepaan Rela qua ku mengetuk daun wenaam penuh babaan Rela qua une nerep tabang wemaan kedetaan Rela qua kuning ngahor nubah wenaam ketengahan Rela qua paat ini layut kudo layan layan
Little by little, they're gonna grab you by the ankle, my friend. Really bad. Might be a morbid figment, no need for full commitment, my friend. Don't beg. Feeble-minded, they wanderer, not much of a fan to ponder, but it's be charming by the eye. Storyteller, huge hope giver, black rashes and fake promises. That's what it takes for you to buy. Concealed before the truth. It's a beautiful kind of blessing until you let it be. Little by little, you're gonna see them through an angle. By then, you'll fret. Must be an empty white sheet, 'cause if you're all lost, it's free, my friend. Don't ever bend. Ugly sister, fearful mistress, infants express the misconceptions. It's a part of the organization. Critic, pleasure, freedom, it's hard just to redeem our wins. For it's been plundered by a man. Consumed
feel it burning. I know you kind of feel it too. The tide is turning. Am I on your mind? It's like in a daydream, and I can't help myself. But I don't mind it if you feel the same way too. Lost in a moment, can we just run away? Anywhere you wanna go. Take me where you want me. And let me show you what you've been missing all this time. Take me where you want me. And let me show you what you've been missing all this time.
And once again, I would like to say thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We will start very, very soon. But in the meantime, feel free to have a chat with our Sherpas here. You know, they are joining us very early in the morning, all the way from the US. So yeah, feel free to have a chat with them while we start soon.
So just out of curiosity, what are we waiting for?
Still waiting for a few more people to come in, but don't worry, we will start in 1 more minute.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for your patience. Yeah.
A very good morning and a very good and exciting morning to all ladies and gentlemen in Malaysia. A very good evening to our friends in the States and a good day to everyone else around the world. Before we begin, I would like to briefly mention that this session will be recorded for quality assurance and will be shared to everyone later on. On behalf of the organizing committee, it is a pleasure to welcome you all to the GMP USA Closing Ceremony. First of all, I would like to welcome our guests, the Moranti's team, US partners and stakeholders, our friends from MATRADE, mentors, Sherpas, partners, and our fellow startups. It's been a while since we last saw each other. Therefore, I hope everyone has had a happy New Year and is doing well and staying safe. I would also like to thank you all for taking your precious time to join us this morning. My name is Harith.
And my name is Zainin from Moranti, and we will be your MCs for today. But before we start, it would be really great if everyone could turn on your camera, as we want this ceremony to be as lively as possible. So without further ado, let us begin the GMP USA Closing Ceremony.
To kickstart our session, it is an absolute honor to bring to the stage Mr. Muhammad Yusni Rahmat Yusof, the General Manager of Enterprise Support of Moranti, to give an opening speech and remarks. Mr. Yusni, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, Haris. Very good morning to everyone, and Assalamualaikum to my fellow Malaysians. First of all, I would like to say thank you to everyone for making the time today. If I look at the calendar, we started this journey back in September. This is how we started the program. And it takes us all the way until now, which is actually towards the end of January. Without even notice, we have spent about almost 5 months together. And there's a lot of things that have been going on. With this, I mean, I felt it's a bit, a bit sad that we're not gonna see each other that often. But I'm also great that we managed to conclude the program and managed to put a lot of effort to put everything all together. I would like to also take the opportunity to congratulate, first of all, to all the participants for GMP USA. Not in a particular order, I just want to say, take this opportunity to mention the names and also the company. I have here in my list the Green Factory, Haris and the team, Moovby, Nick, Muhammad, Amin and the team, PurelyB, Jasrina, together with the team, iLuvQuran, Zahira and all the team, TheNoor, Muhammad Izairi, Yamin and the team, Codemax, Chan Fangwei with all the teams, plantOS, Devta Sings in all the teams, BiiB, Siong and all the teams, MODEN KOL, Chris Cheng, and last but not least, ARTWIST, Bostami Ahmad. Congratulations to every one of you guys. I believe the journey has taken a lot of effort. We have planned a lot of things, but again, sometimes the things that we plan may not happen. But the bless is that we only get a lot of things to make happen. So we made it a lot of connection. We made a lot of network. And with all the commitment from all the partners, Pixelplay Venture, headed by Sharul and Abang Ame and all the teams. And also, I would like to say thank you to Alfredo and Chris. When we actually wanted to plan to this something in like a few years ago, but it doesn't happen. But blessed that we actually managed to do it together, you know, and all this partnership together, PPV and also USMAC for this GMP USA. I know for a fact that I didn't get the chance to meet each and every one of the Sherpa. And I would like to say thank you to all the Sherpas for making the opportunity to meet up with our startup from Malaysia, giving your insight, giving your knowledge and expertise to help our Malaysian cover going to US market. I know for a fact that we do put some sort of target, but target is just a part of our daily KPI of what we do in the organization that we work with. But the most important part actually is the journey for each and every one of you guys, the startup. And I seriously take it this actually, from bottom of my heart, that I would like you to actually make an effort, because this is not the, this is not the beginning, it's not the end of your journey, but it's the beginning. The program that we provide is only about a couple of months, but your journey actually is going to go away more beyond than what actually we can do for all you guys. And I really hope that you take this opportunity, all this connection, the network, the knowledge that you have gained for the last 5 months to really achieve your dream. And that's what we want to see. I also want to say thank you to MATRADE, our agency partner, for putting an effort. Like I mentioned, because the program is really a couple of months that what Magic can do or Meranti can do. But the journey from here onwards is where you guys need to go through, either by your own or with the partners that you have here, or with other startups that you can actually have made connection here. And I want to take the opportunity to see every one of you guys to take opportunity from what actually MATRADE can also offer. They give us a commitment. They want to actually provide the support moving forward. Last but not least, I also want to say thank you to my team, ACE team, for putting in an effort. And like I said, we planned a lot of things. Not everything happened, but something happened for a reason. And therefore, I would like to say that, take this opportunity to continue this journey, to make things happen, achieve your dream, with whatever means that you have. I always say this to every startup that I met. For you to even take the step to become an entrepreneur is already a journey for you. And not everyone understands about entrepreneurship. And sometimes even the family may also question, what actually that you want to achieve. But again, the journey cannot happen if, let's say, you try to work on your own. So you have to put an effort to create the collaborative and try to work as a team. And therefore, these 10 startups here, you guys are part of the family of GMP USA and also part of the family in GMP as a whole. So reach out to every one of us and reach out to every one of these Sherpa or even the partners that you have here to make sure that you're not alone and try to be the best of what you can do. And I also want to say, mention a bit of things that, my team right now is also working together with our stakeholder, try to add more value to this program. I probably just spill the bean a bit, not entirely. The team actually working on some sort of value added. What we can provide is actually to see how we can actually add a bit more, flavor to your journey by giving you what we call there's a media mention and also market research as a token for those actually that can fulfill the criteria. The criteria will be shared by my team later on. We already managed to get the blessing from a stakeholder to see how we can actually highlight some of you guys who actually have made the effort to achieve what you want to achieve. We want to celebrate. We want to put you into the limelight, or we want to put you to visibility to see how actually potential partners or client or even investors that have not known you yet to be able to actually explore and get the opportunity to work together with you guys. And also we want to put a bit of effort to give you a bit of insight, giving the market data. We also working together with partners from the media mention and also the market research to give a platform. But caveat, I want to say that this actually is very limited and it's only meant for certain numbers because we couldn't get the amount of budget that we request for, but at least we get something and hopefully that's going to be a start. So with that, I would like to say thank you everyone. Congratulations to every startup that have gone through the journey. And thank you so much to all the Sherpa, the partners, and all the all the effort that been put in. And we are looking forward to see what can happen for the next couple of months after the program. Back to you guys. Thank you, Aris.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Yusni, for the opening speech. And as mentioned, this is not the end of your journey, but only the beginning. So take this opportunity that you have learned for the past few months to achieve your dream. Now, before we move on, may I please request everyone to turn on your camera so that we can take a quick photo. Hold on. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, please. I will wait a few more seconds for you guys to turn on your camera. Wow, Michael, I can see the Quran there. All right, on the count of 3. 3, 2, say cheese. All right, one more. 3, 2, 1. Okay, hold on, the next page. I can see, yeah, here, one more. All right, thank you. 3, 2, 1. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Let me just, hold on. Okay. Next up, I would like to invite Mr. Alfredo Coppola, co-CEO of US Market Access Center, USMAC, to say a few words.
All right, thank you very much. It's been a wonderful experience and so nice to see everybody again. I can't believe it's been 5 months. And thank you, Mr. Yusni, for those great welcoming remarks. And yes, Chris and I both remember it was more than 2 years ago that we had our first discussions with Magic. And we were hoping and hoping and hoping that something could happen. And here we are, it happened. So it's been a real delight. And, I am also incredibly impressed with everybody. I mean, thank you with PPV, the entire team, all of Magic, and of course, the wonderful startups. Chris and I do these programs along with our wonderful mentors, Michael and Steve. It's great to see you here today. We've done, I believe we're at 29 programs virtually since pandemic. And I am not just saying this to make you smile, but you guys have been the most engaged. And, it's 5 months. We have never met in person. And, seeing all the chats on the WhatsApp almost on a daily basis. I mean, you guys have really come together as a community. In addition to getting the feedback and the coaching from us, you are helping each other, and this is really important. As Mr. Yusni said, this is the beginning of another adventure. And we would like you to please stay in touch with us at USMAC. Sharul gave us a teaser hint today that we might be coming to Malaysia at the end of March. This is in the hands of the lords of COVID. So if that dream can come true, we will. We cannot wait to spend a lunch or an evening with you all. But of course, we look forward to the ongoing engagement. We will do check-ins with you in 3 months and in 6 months until we want to see some big success stories with you. So on behalf of all of us at USMAC, Hannah has also expressed great joy in, we're doing another session with PPV and Magic. and the startups there. She gets very excited about it. And all of us, they really enjoyed the experience. From the startups perspective, it's been really great to see your level of participation and engagement during the boot camp. Lots of questions. Everybody does their homework. And then when we introduced to the mentors, the Sherpas, you could see this ongoing engagement. I was especially impressed during the pitch events where I could see, the early drafts during the storytelling phase, lots of work to be done. And by the first pitch event, we saw a remarkable shift. And by the second pitch event, I think it was, perfectly spot on. You're ready to begin that journey in Silicon Valley. Chris, would you like to say a few words? I've been talking so much from the mountains.
Yeah, no, I would like to echo what Alfredo said, is that it was a real pleasure to work with this group. The level of engagement was really fantastic. Not just hearing back from the Sherpas in terms of your work with them, but just in terms of the work. I led many of the workshops, and the questions and the diligence with which people did their homework and so forth was just remarkable. And we really sincerely wish all of you the very best in your endeavors. You have bright futures in front of you. We'd love to stay in touch over time. And as Alfredo said, hopefully late March, we will actually be in Malaysia. And at such time, would love to have the opportunity to share a meal or get together and have a cup of coffee or cup of tea with you all. Look forward to those days when we can actually be more normal in terms of traveling around the world. So thank you all. Thank you to the organizing team, to Pixelplay, to Magic, to everyone who helped make this happen. And really, best of luck to everybody. You've got just such amazing futures in front of you.
All right, thank you. And thank you, Jazrina. I really enjoy your superfood products every morning when I wake up. Thank you.
Oh, that's so great to hear. And that is not too bitter or anything for you.
No, it's perfect for the morning. and
I
I
great.
Feel really good every day. Anyway,
That's
we've
so
got
nice to
Michael and Steve are here, and thank you guys for joining us. If you wanted to share some thoughts, I guess now is the time, correct? To do that in the agenda?
Yes,
Michael?
it is.
Steve, who wants to go first?
That's my contribution. I think what they're doing at iLuvQuran is going to transform learning, particularly among Muslim kids, for generations. So I feel honored having worked with them, and will continue to work with them beyond this program.
All right, terrific. Thank you so much.
I'll build on that. Michael has told me that he loves iLuvQuran, so and that was totally unsolicited. I guess I had the pleasure of working with the Green Factory and Harith and Huda and the whole team there, and it's just an amazing business, and it's an amazing mission. And it's a shame Harith isn't here. He's in Dubai representing Green Factory, but they're not only good from a business model point of view, but his passion for sustainability is just astonishing and so encouraging. And it's just, I've enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to them entering the US market. They've already opened an office in Florida, and I'm sure that they'll expand from there. So thanks for this opportunity.
All right, thanks so much, Steve. Thank you, Michael. I'm glad you could join us today. And we also have some recordings from some of the mentors, Sherpas, who could not be with us at this time. And I'm not sure when those will be played. Unfortunately, Hannah and I have to leave in actually 2 minutes because we're teaching a program in Japan. So we must depart. I'm sorry, but Chris can hang around because his work day doesn't begin for another 4 hours, right? Oops, I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, thank you again, everybody. So who's going to be playing the Sherpa videos? Somebody on the magic side? Or
We
I mean
will
on the
a bit later.
Okay, later.
Yeah,
Okay, I
a bit later.
apologize.
Yeah,
All right.
no
I just
problem.
okay, great. Okay, so thank you again for I look forward to seeing you all and hopefully in a couple of months. And please stay in touch. Let's keep that chat alive. Okay, we are going to be following it and we'll follow up with you all in the 3-month period. All right. Have a great session. Thank you.
Thank you, Alfredo.
Alfredo.
Thank you so
Bye.
much for joining us.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Alfredo. Thank you, Mr. Chris. And to all Sherpas as well. Thank you, Mr. Steve and Mr. Michael for your speech and for sharing your thoughts on the program and about our startups. And as mentioned by Mr. Alfredo, they have done 29 programs virtually, but you have been the most engaged, helping each other out throughout the programs. It is amazing to hear so much passion and drive coming from our startups. And I congratulate you all for that. And we definitely hope to have our USMAC partners and also the Sherpas to come to Malaysia soon and to also meet you guys in person. Yeah, that will be lovely to have. And we hope that can happen sooner than later. On to the next agenda, Mr. Naim Abdul Rahman, the Director of Electrical and Electronics, ICT, Machinery and Equipment section of MATRADE, will be giving his remarks on MATRADE and the support that MATRADE is able to provide to all of our startups here today. Unfortunately, Mr. Naim is unable to attend today's session, but he has graciously recorded a video for everyone today. So let's watch the video.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. I would like to thank Magic for inviting me to say a few words at this closing ceremony of Global Market Fit Program USA. MATRADE has been a collaboration partner to Magic for several Global Market Fit programs in 2021. GMP USA is one of the 3 Global Market Fit programs that MATRADE collaborated with Magic. As a collaboration partner, MATRADE has been bringing values to the program. MATRADE was involved in the selection of the participants in Global Market Fit Program USA, whereby we did evaluate companies and select them before they were selected to participate in the Global Market Fit Program USA. All the Malaysian companies went through a pitching session, and then in that pitching session, we evaluated them and selected the best among them to participate in this program. 10 Malaysian companies were selected into the program, and they have come from various sectors, potential to be promoted further in the US market. They come from life sciences, mobile technologies, robotics, process automation, security, agri-tech, food and beverages, logistics, edutech, e-commerce, and fintech, just to name some of the industries that Malaysian participants in the GMP USA have promoted, in the program. Secondly, MATRADE also contributed by organizing a market briefing session to all the participants with the help and support from our office in the US, particularly in Los Angeles. Our trade commissioner delivered a market briefing highlighting business opportunities and challenges, particularly in doing business in Silicon Valley. He also shared about the USA market characteristics and give some guidance to the Malaysian companies on how they could penetrate the US market more effectively with help from MATRADE. We didn't stop there. We also helped or supported the program by getting involved in a clubhouse session titled Startup Struggles, whereby we worked with Pixelplay Ventures, sharing about how the participants or the Malaysian companies, even how the startups could maneuver the struggles or the challenges in venturing abroad, and how they could grow faster in exporting their products and services to the world. Again, with help from MATRADE. So these are the values that MATRADE brought in to the program, and then we believe these values have benefited the Malaysian companies, particularly the startups, which have been participated in this Global Market Fit Program, USA. Ladies and gentlemen, our involvement with Magic or Meranti in Global Market Fit Program, basically, it didn't stop there. We would like to see that this collaboration continues, and we hope that we could do more collaboration programs with Magic or Meranti this year in 2022, as well as in years to come. The participants in Global Market Fit Program USA also need to get in touch with us to make sure that whatever outcomes or follow-ups that they require to do to make sure that they are able to close a deal with the US companies that they have met during the program, by keeping in touch with us as we go along. Of course, we at MATRADE headquarters in Kuala Lumpur, together with our trade officers in the US, are always ready to assist all of you to do the follow-ups after the program. Following up after the program is an important action that you need to do, because you need to keep the relationship established during the event or during the program to make sure that your relationship can be built up, and then you are able to close a deal to promote your products and services, and make your products and services available in the US market. We also would like to see that we could strengthen the collaboration further, whereby we can bring our collaboration to the next level, and then we can structure the program better by having more impactful programs, especially on the ground B2B meetings between the Malaysian companies and the US counterparts. Again, I would like to thank Magic, Pixelplay Ventures, as well as USMAC, and everyone who have been with us in making this Global Market Fit Program USA a success. With that, I end here my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, MATRADE, for your continuous support for all of our GMP 2021 programs. We are truly grateful for all the values that MATRADE has brought in. Also, kind reminder, all startups here are eligible for MDG grants, so I hope you will claim the MDG within 14 days after the program ends, or to be more specific, after 31st January. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Shahrul Nizar, COO of Pixelplay Ventures, to give his remarks and to lead the Startup Shine session afterwards. I shall now pass the mic to him.
I'm muted.
No, you're fine.
I'm fine. All right. Hi guys. I would love to jump the gun and get the ball rolling with conversation, since we have startups. We have Pete, we have Steve, Michael, Chris are still here. Alfredo left, but let's save the happy part a bit later and do some formalities first. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Again, thank you, Harith. Thank you, Ainin, for opening up the floor. And on behalf of Pixelplay Ventures, in short, PPV, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all. Good evening, I think, to those in the US, and good day to the rest wherever you are. Well, this journey of GMP USA Cohort 1 started back in October 2021, where the first time PPV USMAC forged a strategic collaboration with Magic and MATRADE to produce more Malaysian startups that are ready for expansion to the US market in particular. Credit to the team, PPV and USMAC, mentors, Sherpas, for successfully managing this cohort seamlessly despite post-pandemic challenges. Thank you, Magic. Great team to work with. Kudos to you guys. Thank you for the trust given to PPV USMAC. And a big shout out to MATRADE for such continuous effort supporting GMP USA. Allow me first to share one interesting trivia with you guys. Initially, indeed, we were thinking of doing a 90-day accelerator program. You know, just like the American series on TLC called, if you know, it's called 90 Day Fiancé. However, you know, most, if not all of the episodes in the series, they end such in a total disaster and definitely breakups. Hence, to avoid similar outcome, instead of 90-day, we settled with 9-week program instead. And to those who are not familiar with it, you may write down a side note now and Google 90 Day Fiancé after this event. Don't Google now, yeah, please. We do it later. All right, this is small trivia. And you know, one might be pretty much typical stereotype trying to upsell how fantastic GMP USA program is. Cliche. Instead, I'd rather share with you how PPV viewed the whole program as valuable, and an exciting journey full of possibilities and opportunities. These 10 companies that were selected for Cohort 1, initially they were eager and full of enthusiasm, wanting to expand their business in the US. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave, they say. Alizu, let's go. I just love the spirit, seriously. Well, perhaps some of them spoke a little bit too soon. Why? Because over this period of 9 weeks, we have monitored and watched how these startups grew tremendously in the context of maturity and realigning their business sense of focusing in running a good quality and to become a successful startup. Through dynamic modules, workshops, comprehensive guidance, and active mentoring, let alone the wish to expand to the US, I'm very confident today to say that these all 10 Malaysian startups are now prepped and fundamentally ready for works to springboard to other regions in Asia, Europe, even to China. It's a bit awkward, you know, because in an actual physical closing event, guys, this is the part where you're supposed to clap. Well, the new norm of doing online online meetings, online events, it comes with a price. Perhaps organizers for future, we can have some sound effects in such meeting, no? Nevertheless, to us, it is not only the final destination that counts, the journey, how we arrive to the checkered flag matters just as important. Also, don't forget, we are here still monitoring your progress for the next 24 months. And also, I'm pretty much honored to have this privilege to share some snippets as well as teasers of success stories and potentials that came out of GMP USA Cohort 1. Just to mention a few, guys, just to mention a few. Speaking about US-based collaborations and potentials, first we have iLuvQuran and TheNoor Kids. iLuvQuran, as highlighted by Michael, or his nickname Mickey. Michael, by the way, Zahira spoke a lot about you to us. It's an honor to have, such a pretty much experienced person to be one of the Sherpa. Thank you for all your assistance and guidance in terms of mentoring iLuvQuran. As you know, iLuvQuran brings, as what Michael has said, she herself, what was his play card earlier? The Muslim Madame Montessori of the 21st century. Yeah, I wrote that down. Thank you so much for that. She would blush. And iLuvQuran also, what they do is they bring learning to Quran lessons for children through creative, loving, and fun curriculum. On the other hand, we have TheNoor Kids, our friend, an established startup they are from Maple Grove, Minnesota. TheNoor Kids is an evidence-based Islamic education program for Muslim kids. So now, iLuvQuran and TheNoor Kids, they are currently in communication to collaborate and share the market as they both are within the same space. Interesting, because collaboration to bridge the market between US and Malaysia. We do look forward for more updates from Zahira and the team, as well as Amin from TheNoor Kids. And again, well done, Zahira and team. Number two, we have perhaps PurelyB, for example, who definitely will be exploring US market and has already planned a trip to an expo in Anaheim in March 2022, if I'm not wrong. This is to take the conversation with respective leads to the next step. Who else? We also have, ARTWIST. We have ARTWIST. They are already talking about a lead of potential collaboration with Morgan Freeman. Voila, there you go. And they are also bound to have meetings very soon with a gallery owner in the US, and number two is a hotel based in the US. Well done, guys. And worth also mentioning, collaboration at national level. We have BiiB. We have BiiB, who are currently is still work in progress on a marketing collaboration with a renowned sport recovery and joint health brand. Next, we also have the likes of plantOS. plantOS, Dev shared with us, and Simon, they will be announcing an exciting news in the near future. I wonder what it may be. I promise them, I'll keep my mouth shut. If I were to tell you guys, sorry, I have to kill you. Joke aside, Codemax. Codemax also currently work in progress for a collaboration with a European food delivery brand and a national hypermarket brand. By the way, scientifically speaking, having inbred family is not really recommended. There are 10,001 reasons not to do it. However, if Romeo falls in love with Juliet, there's nothing much we can do, huh? And for the past 9 weeks, we have also seen collaborations between GMP USA Cohort 1 startups internally among themselves. For example, TheNoor, for example, as of today, PurelyB has been onboarded onto TheNoor's platform. And next in line to be onboarded will be ARTWIST. the Green Factory, and iLuvQuran, and perhaps many more. Then we have ARTWIST also, who is collaborating with Xiong, with BiiB. They are ARTWIST, they are using BiiB's platform to raise fund. This is pretty much intriguing. How are they doing it? I would love to know more. And again, ARTWIST. ARTWIST has formed a manufacturing collaboration with Harith, the Green Factory. Well, I have to say, PPV, we don't really condone inbred family. However, in this case, we would give 100% exception. Inbreed as many as you wish, as much as you can. Carry on, guys. Hurrah! And joke aside, I'm echoing what Alfredo and Chris mentioned earlier. Please continue to communicate and keep up the engagement spirit. Together, we build the startup community as well as the startup ecosystem here in Malaysia and in the region. And as far as PPV, out of the 10 startups, I'm happy to say, some teaser again, we have identified 4 startups that we are keen to have potential investment talks with. I shall leave that as it is. Just make sure you guys pick up the call when, pick up the phone when we call you, yeah? And don't put us on hold. We'll chat more. Right, before we go talking to the startups as well as other participants, I would like to share with you guys a quick hello from my partner, Bron. Unfortunately, Bron who is unable to be with us today due to other commitment elsewhere. And for information, Bron is currently out of town with a very tight schedule in the east coast of Malaysia, to be exact. He will be back in KL not until next week, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 1st or 2nd of February. Well, guys, let's play that video. Yasin, Atika, go ahead.
Good morning and Assalamualaikum. I'm sorry I couldn't be there with all of you. And I don't want to take too much time because I think we have a speech after speech this morning. So I just want to say I'm a big fan of all of you, our cohorts. I have great respect and I believe in your potential, and I wish you all the best, and we'll be talking more frequently for the next 24 months, and I look forward to it. To Magic, thank you very much for the opportunity, and I hope this could be the first of many to provide the right platform and opportunities to local startups. MATRADE, welcome to the startup ecosystem. I think this could really be the first of a larger initiative, and we are more than happy to be part of that initiative that you have. USMAC, thank you for delivering good, superb quality models and provided us with the right mentors and Sherpas. Thank you, Chris and Alfredo. To PPV team, thank you very much for the good work. And on behalf of PPV and everyone from the program, I would like to apologize for any shortcomings from me or my partners or even from our team members. And I look forward to seeing all of you again, and I look forward to be working with all of you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Cheryl, you are on mute. Thank you.
Still on mute, can't hear you.
Okay, how about now? How about now?
Much better, thank you.
Much better? All right, sorry, organizers, Namara. Okay, thank you, Bron. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, hope to see you guys. I hope to see you next week when you come back. Well, let's move on. This is my favorite part of any session, any panel, or any event that I'm in. Talking to the participants, pretty much active. I'm not saying that it has been boring all this while, but well, I see here some of the mentors and some of the Sherpas are still in. Michael left. Steve is still here. Chris is still here. I'm not too sure whether Farah is still here. Is Farah in still?
Yeah, she's still in.
She's still in. Cool. All right. Let's open up. Let's have a quick 5-minute conversation. Touching on some generic information about the program. I would like to call my partner, Encik Amir. Abang Amir, based on experience for the past 9 weeks, and as per your observation, just a quick recap, 1 or 3 or 4 liner. What do you have to say?
Well, Cheryl, it has been a great experience for me, even though I'm the oldest in the group. One thing for sure, the 10 companies we have, all very excited, all highly motivated. In fact, I'm already over 60, right? Being with them makes me feel much younger. So with all the enthusiasm and things like that, I think the road is good for them. Market is opening up, as we know, and I believe they will actually grab at every opportunity they can. So we'll be rooting for all of them, all the 10 companies, and we'll be with you for the next, I think we have 24 months. Yeah, and we're excited about it. I personally would like to see if we can be part of your journey. Whether we invest or not, that's a separate issue, but being part of the family is the most important thing now. We should leverage on each other. Right? Great.
Yeah, Bami, thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Steve, we still have Steve Adelman, the Sherpa specifically for Harith, the Green Factory. Hi, Steve.
Hi. Yeah, I think I already spoke. But...
Yeah, I know that you have been pretty much been in touch with Harith, but in general, they are pretty much the 9 startups are the same. Do you think, based on your observation, they would rather have a clearer or new directions for the startups in terms of the US market in specific? Your thoughts?
Interesting question. I can only speak to Green Factory. They were already heading in the right direction. And Huda, maybe you can also join in the conversation, but I think we focused them a little bit, but I think they were already heading down the right path, to be honest. Is she still here?
Yes, I think Harith.
Huda.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I'd love to hear Huda's point of view.
Yeah, Huda. Oh, Harith is not in. Huda is here.
Harith is in Dubai.
Yeah,
at a conference.
Huda, you want to respond to that? Sorry, we are having issues hearing you. Nope, the audio is quite bad on your side, Huda. I'll move on nevertheless. Chris, you have had more experience with the rest of the startups because Steve pretty much were doing things directly with the Green Factory. What do you think, Chris, especially after after the 3 months time, for all 10 startups, do you see they have a clear directions and doing some pivoting in terms of path, especially for the US market? Well, your thoughts on that?
I mean, I would agree with what Steve was saying on a larger level. I think that most of the startups, I was just super impressed with the path they were already on. There was a lot of good thinking. There was a lot of global thinking already that we had the opportunity to build upon. And the thing, though, I talked about earlier, the level of engagement from the companies during the training and the coaching and the group mentoring and everything. And the thing that across the board just really impressed me was the willingness to take feedback. That sometimes the feedback we were giving may have come across as being a little bit harsh. That we were not. We were not just saying things to make the startups feel good about themselves. It was, look, you need to work on this, and this doesn't make sense, and this needs to change. And I can't remember a single occasion when the startups didn't take the feedback. and then really think about how they were going to apply that and really make it their own. And I think that part of the reason that we're seeing the traction start and the success start to flow is, being a startup founder is a journey. Nobody knows everything, and that you have the opportunity in programs like this to learn from people that have climbed the mountain before. And so I was just really deeply impressed with the willingness of people to take the feedback and make it their own, and not, we've had some programs where the founders just want to argue with us. It's like, no, I've never built a startup before. I've never scaled a company before, and you're wrong. It's just like, no, it was truly a real pleasure to work with people.
Okay, thank you so much. I mean, it's nothing but positive from you since day one. I'm hearing this, but I'll be fair. Let's hear from the startup themselves. What do they think? So we are being very blunt. I see Jasrina is here. I think, was it you? No, it was Alfredo earlier who were looking for Jasrina. Jasrina, are you still online?
Yes, I am.
Yes, by the way, Alfredo said thank you so much for your tiger mushroom and your pagaga. He has yet to try the tiger mushroom, but he's really on to the pagaga now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he did mention that before you came in earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. He specifically said that he needs to be mentally prepared first before trying the tiger mushroom. I don't know.
Actually, the tiger milk mushroom is so much easier to drink than the pagaga. So if he can easily drink the pagaga every morning and enjoys it, then he would love the tiger milk.
Yes, I hope Alfredo will look at this recording later. And Chris, please relay this to Alfredo. Do try the tiger mushroom.
And Chris, we also sent to you, but to the same address for Alfredo. So I'm not sure if you've received it yet.
Yeah, at the moment,
Alfredo took it.
I'm on the opposite side of the planet. So I have a feeling that Alfredo got into my bag of stuff.
I'm sure he did.
Quite possibly.
Back to business, guys. Back to business. Jasrina, from your point of view and based on your own experience, you yourself, PurelyB, has already planned to go to Anaheim this coming March, which is 2 months down the line, right? And what's your personal experience during business meetings between you and your Sherpas, as well as investors meetings?
So are you talking about as part of the GMP USA program?
Yes.
We have so in terms of investor meetings, the only ones we had was when we were presenting to the investors, like all the startups. We haven't had any separate investor meetings as follow-up from that yet to do with the US market. But what I found really valuable, because I think for me, I'm not looking necessarily just at funding. I think for me, what's much more valuable for us, I would say industry leaders in the US who can open up those doors, which I think is going to be much more valuable to us than just getting money. And that's what we found has been one of the biggest takeaways of this program. So Gail has connected us with, I would say, 2 key mentors who are branding and marketing gurus, especially in the wellness space. And one of them is actually a pioneer in the world, used to have her own superfoods retail store even before I think where Erewhon or Whole Foods, one of their flagship stores in Santa Monica was, and they actually know the retailers well, like this I think the CEO of Whole Foods and whatnot, and they actually see a big market for our products because they roped in their friends who are also leaders in the wellness space, and they love Gotu-Kola Pagaga, but felt that it hadn't gone mainstream, but it's one of the best medicinal herbs, and it's about time someone took it mainstream. So they were excited to see that that was the flagship product we were pushing and educating around, and so they wanted to see how they can work with us and help us with storytelling, branding, as well as opening up those doors for us. So hopefully we'll be able to meet in March, still planning things out. But we've had those follow-up calls this month already in January,
You know what, Jasrina, you'll be going to Anaheim in March. Unfortunately, Alfredo and Chris will be coming down to Malaysia in March.
Oh, really?
No, we'll try to figure things out. Yeah.
Yeah. No. All good.
Thank you for being honest. I hope you're not sugarcoating. Nah, I'm just pulling your leg. Not to not,
Yeah.
you know me. Not to forget, Mr. Yusni, Encik Yus, you have run your own startup previously, during your previous life. What are your comments on specifically observing these 10 startups? They are not really, early stage startups. They are, most of them, if not 9 out of 10, they are pretty much mature and ready to go to expand globally. But based on your personal experience versus what these guys have gone through for the past 9 weeks, can you relate and perhaps some piece of advice out of your own experience, Cik Yus?
Thank you, Sharon. First of all, I would like to say, from the time when we were started, I mean, me and my team started, our journey for an IT company back in 2000. Well,
it was the dot-com bubble, yeah?
Sorry?
It was during the dot-com bubble.
About around that time, yeah.
Right.
Started in 2000 and until I exited in 2006. I just noticed that it's like 22 years ago. So the thing is that we don't have much of this kind of support. We don't have much of the government, initiative and stuff like that. So we try and error. We do a lot of things, based on what we think is the right thing. But just like what Chris and also Alfredo mentioned just now, that the thing is that you learn while you're actually going on the journey. But I think the most important part here actually is for each and every one of these startup here, I never had any mentor, to be honest. I just based on my gut feel, and I put a lot of investment into it until the side where I need to get someone to even pay for the bills. So, but the thing is that we learn from there, and we understand that how difficult the journey is. Like I said just now, to even for every one of these startup founder here to even start the journey to become an entrepreneur, it's already a journey for you guys, right? Let alone try to go beyond Malaysia market, and try to go into country like US, or where we did our GMP program in China and also in Indonesia. This GMP program is just a kickstart, to be honest, and just to give you a bit of flavor into of what you're gonna go through, and give you a bit of insight. And thank you so much to Alfredo, Chris, and all the Sherpas here for being willing to actually share the market insight, the knowledge that they have. That's the most valuable part. This is a thing that actually I really wish I could have that. The knowledge that's shared by the experience, the knowledge shared by the people who are actually on the ground, which actually is something that you will never get.
It's okay, Julius. Cohort 2 is still available for you to apply in April. You can apply. Well, no conflict of interest.
If I have a startup, by the way. So
well, thank you for that. And yeah, I mean, your words doesn't explain it any more better from how you have said it. I bet, guys, the all 10 startups who are here, I see what Steve, Sean, Jasrina, and the rest. Harith Uda is here, Nick. How many of you really realized that Encik Yus did his own startup back then? You guys were pretty much busy with our mentors, with the Sherpas from the States. How many of you did really approach Encik Yus personally for advice? None. You guys are missing a lot, man. Seriously. But not to worry, we still got 24 months. I can share with you his personal number with a cost. This is a fraction of a cost. Go ahead and call him up.
Pixelplay always looking for opportunity business, yeah.
Opportunity business, yes. Thank you, Encik Yus. Thank you for your sharing of thoughts and your humble remarks. I wish we had more time and call each and every one of you guys. Unfortunately, this is an event and it's online. It'll be better if it's physical. Well, what can I do? I would like to call one person before I move on. One of our PPV's mentor, Farah Wahida. Yeah, she's still in, right, Farah? Hello, Farah. Are you actively in or are you just listening? If you're just listening.
Hi, I'm listening.
Okay, can you respond? Okay, before you respond, before I pass you the mic, I need to actually caution you. Maximum 5 sentences, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's time to go overboard. We don't have much time. All right. Your thoughts about GMP USA, any special remarks or announcement you want to make? Go ahead.
I think it has been a very good program for all of the startups. It's not easy for any startups to get such opportunity. I think Magic has provided a great platform for all the startup, and I really I hope that there are more to come from Magic or from USMAC in the future. It has been a great experience. I hope everyone else has benefited the program, and hope to see you guys soon next time or whatnot. Yeah, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank
Yeah.
you, Farah. And I
Alright.
think worth mentioning as well, one of our startup, Modern KOL, Jerry, has forged a collaboration with one of our Malaysian mentor, Ganesh, to be exact. So, Commerce of Asia is already cooking something together. Well done, Jerry. Well done. Well, we have heard from our fellow Malaysian friends. Before we move on to the next session, I think we also have a couple of videos, pre-recorded videos from our US Sherpas. Maybe we can play that, team. Over to you, Yasin.
I'm Dr. Michael Carter, and I worked with iLuvQuran. I believe they have a wonderful opportunity to transform education for U.S. kids, particularly if they scale now while there are billions and billions of one-time dollars available to teachers and parents.
Hi, this is Mike Dopebush, a Sherpa for Codemax, an innovative food tech SaaS platform. The company's offering, particularly its traceability features, piqued an interest in many of the contacts we spoke to. When looking to enter the U.S. market, Malaysian startups should identify U.S. companies with a subsidiary in Malaysia or other local market. Best of luck to you all.
Good morning, my name is Bob Upham, one of the Sherpas in this program. I am a two-time company founder. I worked as head of BD and corp dev at 2 other startups, and I've also worked at large companies like Yahoo and Visa. I've worked extensively throughout Southeast Asia, Hong Kong, and mainland China. And my project, my company that I worked with on this project was MODEN KOL. I really love these guys. The founders are really impressive, Jerry and Chris, and they have a tremendous 3-channeled revenue approach. I do believe that they could expand easily throughout Southeast Asia, especially with the academy, their teaching academy, influencer training, as well as the e-com partnerships that they've established. And I do think that it's quite possible that they could expand this to the US and other Western markets as influencer marketing and social media marketing becomes more and more prevalent throughout the world. I loved working with these guys, and I'm looking forward to continuing to follow them. Thanks.
Hello, this is Luann, Sherpa for plantOS. The US market is definitely an opportunity for any of the Malaysian companies. I would just suggest focusing on identifying who your clients are, your customers are, being very clear about that, as well as who your investors are, and also then just understanding what your unique value proposition is. Good luck.
Hello, my name is Howard Steinberg. I mentored each of BiiB and ARTWIST. I do believe each of them have wonderful potential in the US market. And my best bit of advice is to be diligent, be focused, and leverage every resource, including yours truly. Best of luck, and thank you.
So that's the last one. Okay, am I muted again? No, I'm not. All right, I'm back. Thank you, Sherpas. Thank you, fellow Sherpas, and definitely nothing but good words from them. Well, guys, look like we still have a bit of more time. I'll be fair. All of us here are for the closing event. Let's hear it from the startups. If I were to open up the mic, they wouldn't speak. So let me just quickly call Sean, Codemax. Couple of words from you, Sean. You're driving. And you are muted. I don't want to get involved in any calamity. I'd rather move on to, hold on, Steve. Oh, okay, you stop. Okay, Sean, yes, go ahead, Sean, sorry.
Actually, sorry for the thing. Actually, there are two things that change the progress of our thing. The introduction of Mike to two unicorn in US actually shaped the action that I took differently. So because of those meetings, we actually started collaboration. I can announce it with Food Panda and PandaMart. So we are going to operate within this year 10 cloud kitchens using RMS. We are also going to be the sole distributor suppliers for all the food in PandaMart throughout Malaysia. And if our program works, we are going to go for APAC with them together this year. So apart from that, because of the mentoring from Mike, we actually embarked into a program to provide those alternative meat using our local nangka as an alternative meat. We are actually helping some companies to develop those products. So it was, even though we didn't spend the time that we needed to spend, but those meetings help us tremendously.
Thank you. Well done. Thank you, Sean. Yep, you may continue driving to wherever you wish to go. Thank you so much, Sean. Sean from Codemax. Organizers, guys, seriously, we need some sound effect for applause. Oh la la, it's getting so quiet. Online event. Food Panda and Aeon. Good. Food Panda from Germany. Aeon is national. Well done. Thank you, Codemax. Who else do we have here? Wait, yeah, I see plantOS. Dev, you're next. Quick one, couple of words from you.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So what I'm really grateful for with our time with Luann was understanding the US market. So, looking at the competition, looking at the greenhouse spaces, the hydroponic spaces, to have a sense of realism. Yes, it is a bit funny that we applied for a program to the US, but now we are focused on the Indonesian market. But I guess the thought process of understanding a market, that's where we value Luann's time. And she's gracious enough to continue the engagement to maybe not in the short term, but in the midterm to long term, looking at the Northern American market. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Dad. Nice to hear from you again. By the way, is Simon already back from London?
Yes, he's back. He got COVID while he was there, but he's recovering right now.
Okay, so he's quarantining himself by himself in Malaysia.
Yes, exactly.
All right, my regards to him, yeah, by the way. Thank you, Dev.
Thanks, Sharon.
Let's move on to who else? Do we have someone from TheNoor here? Is Vic in? Or Zairi?
No, we don't have.
We don't have TheNoor. Okay, moving on. ARTWIST, I think I saw Ari earlier from ARTWIST.
Yeah, Sharon.
Yes, Ari, go ahead.
Hello, hi everyone. First of all, thank you very much. I hope it's not too late to say Happy New Year to everyone from MATRADE, from Magix and everyone. Alhamdulillah, praise to God, we towards the end of the programs. Today is the closing day. And I would like to announce on behalf of Boss Tami, Boss quite busy today. He got some things to do. So Alhamdulillah, January was very good to us. We already signed 4 collaborations. We're going to launch the 6th Prime Minister, Najib Razak, this year on February. On January, we're going to launch 88 years anniversary Royal Malaysian Navy watches. So that's quite another government entity is working with us. And we're going to launch Rempit Rempet 2 Moovby, there's going to be the first collaboration for the movie, which is actually we're going to collapse NFT with the NFT in pentas. So we have tangible and intangible stuff. So all the discussion with Farid Kamel's all done and
Fourth
all
one?
good. Second?
And the fourth one? There were 4 earlier.
The first one is Oopsie. Oopsie celebrate 100 years this year. So Oopsie already agreed and they already asked us to proceed with the project. So Oopsie going to celebrate 100 years this year. So for January, all done. So we have until April. So all book. So no more orders. We're going to relax until April.
Well done, very well done to you
Alhamdulillah,
guys.
thank you very much. So I would
Eric.
like to thanks to all our opportunity. So we going to use whatever we learned during the GMP. I think that was the good start for January as we don't know what to say. It's very fast for us. So Alhamdulillah, thank you very much to everyone's and I wish all the best to the rest of my cohort teams.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Eric. Before you, not you. I hope you don't leave. But before that, I will impose a one KPI for you for the next 24 months. Okay. Do let us know when you manage to get Morgan Freeman. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
24 months. You have 24 months to do it.
Will do. Right? Will do.
That's a challenge for me personally.
Thank you very much. Will do.
All right. All the best, Ari and Bo. All right. Yes, I saw Shiyong earlier from BiiB. Can we have Shiyong online?
Xiang is not online.
Oh, he left. Okay. Anyone else from BiiB?
We have no one from BiiB. We have moved.
All right, never mind. I'll move on to is Huda back from the Green Factory? We had some audio issues with her earlier.
But her audio is still not.
No, never mind. Moving on. All right. Jerry is in Penang. He can't make it. I don't see anyone from Modern KOL as well.
We have iLuvQuran.
iLuvQuran, yes. I saw Anwar, and I think Umaira.
Okay.
Who's picking this up? Umi Ira, sorry. Yes. Oh no, that's Zahira, but with Umi Ira's name. All right. The 21st the Madam of Montessori 21st, the Madam of Montessori 21st century. However,
can you hear me well?
Yes.
All right.
Now we can hear you, but you change your name.
Actually, it's like my name for teaching the kids, Umi Ira. So yeah, I don't know. I guess when I logged in, it was already there because I was using my Zoom to teach kids during the weekend. So yeah, thank you, Shahrul.
Okay, Madam of 21st century, go ahead. Yes.
So yeah, thank you, Shahrul. And I have 5 seconds, right?
No, 5 hours. Go ahead. I don't care.
And thank you to our coaches, our teachers. We still have Alfredo here, right? Or is it?
Alfredo left. We still have Chris. We still have Chris.
Oh, we have Chris. Yeah, Chris was our coach for the pitching sessions. So he really drilled us well. And you guys have been very helpful too. Pixelplay, we've had a few follow-up learning sessions. I even created a group with you guys because I wanted to ask more questions. So thank you so much for being dalam bahasa Melayu macam tak berkira pun nak kongsi ilmu semua kan. So to translate that into English, you weren't being calculated with your time, even though the program has ended. I mean, formally it has ended, but you guys have been very, very helpful. As well as Mickey, he even verbally mentioned, I want to tell this clearly that our contract is finished and I'm going to help you until whenever you want. So we've been meeting up every week on Wednesday mornings. I really look forward to our session with him because he's just a sage, a wise guy who knows all sorts of things and has all sorts of experiences that he has been very kindly and generously sharing with us. And also, of course, thank you to Magic. It's a wonderful program. I think it's one of the best startup programs that I've attended so far from Magic and from the Malaysian government side. And thank you also to MATRADE for the support. And who else? Our coaches from Malaysia. Yeah, I think we had a lot of help from Johan, from Farah. You guys were very helpful too. I think that structure of having the online classes with USMAC and then having those bowling night and then those meetups, teh tarik sessions, and then we had our guest speaker here. We had our.
Zahira, were you here? Were you online earlier when Nikki, really brought up the placard, printed placard, Madam of Montessori 21st Century?
Did somebody screenshot that? I was in, but I had a bad stomach ache, so I was like running in and out.
He literally printed a placard for you. Seriously.
Okay.
No
I
worries.
have
You
to
can look back at the
take
recording. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, when Ainin said, let's take a picture, I was inside the toilet. I was, oh my God, I have to get out and then. So yeah, I had some bad moments earlier on in the program.
Sorry to hear that. Thank you so much, Zahira. Talk to you soon. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Before I end my personal session, I would love to call upon the co-organizer of GMP USA Cohort 1. A big shout out to both Encik Yus and also Yasin. To be fair, quickly, Yasin, if you don't want, I would impose you to come online and give a couple of words, please.
Oh, Huda is online, by the way.
You're just trying to find an excuse not to speak, right? Yes, Huda from the Green Factory.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello, can you
Huda.
hear me?
Yes,
okay.
now we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Couple of words from the Green Factory.
Okay. First of all, everyone, thank you for the whole team, the whole PPV, Magic, Maranti, the USMAC, the whole team, Shepherd's Partners, fantastic. I think it's a fantastic program. I'm actually old. I'm Haris's mother. So we've gone to so many courses or programs to help us improve in our business. And the company has been around for the last 28 years. And my son, Haris, is the eldest, and he is actually slowly taking over the business as he's a CEO now. And I have actually seen him improved tremendously after going through this course and the way he pitches, because we've been doing pitching for investors for fundraising since 2020. And he has, the way he spoke was really long before. It was like half an hour, and we were like, get so bored and stuff like that. But he was passionate on the green initiative. He was so, from small, like from 2012, he's been talking about green all the while. And finally, in 2017, we set up the factory in Ampak, and he's able to actually expand his thoughts, his visions into the green line. But the way he pitches was still slow and not interesting. But after going for this fantastic course, I was like so shocked. We can actually choose and make it precise on whatever we want. And surprisingly, it came to only 4 minutes. That was the shocking part, which I was like, wow, this course is really good.
Auntie, you should thank Chris personally for that. He was one
Chris
who pushed these guys from a 20-pager pitch to a 3 or 4 pager, strictly 4 minutes. Chris, you have to attest to that, Chris.
It was
great. No, I mean, this is a great example of what I was talking about before in terms of, I know that some of the advice I gave was kind of hard to hear, but they completely took it on board and made it their own. Right? And you can't ask for anything better in somebody that you're working with. It just you can't.
That's right. I was shocked, and to make it, I just want to tell updates on us now. Okay, Haris has gone to Dubai for the Dubai Expo, and he's going with the ministry's, I guess, entourage. And the best part was that last Saturday we had the Minister of MPIC, YB Zoraida, Minister of Plantation, Industry and Commodity. She came over to our factory within 3 days' notice, and she was like, we were also like panic, but we made it, and we had the whole press. Everyone was here. Within 3 days, we had everything ready. But the best part was she was shocked because we mentioned to her that we had 85% of our workforce consisting of youth, and into the green line. So she was like, and how did you bring all this into the 3D industry? It's dirty, dusty, and dangerous industry. But we had all these kids, this youth coming in, and every day, actually, they're not missing. They come to work with full of enthusiasm, and I was like shocked also. I guess because it's a team that we have in the factory, and it was led by Harith, who's passionate about design and stuff like that. So then the minister said, okay, this is great, I've never seen this, and we're going to approve for another factory for you to set up right in KL. Because I said the point was that it has to be made in KL. We had factories in Sungai Buloh like before the last 25 years, and we didn't get kids coming in. But when we had one in Ampang, which is like 5-10 minutes from KL, and we had all these kids coming in. So she precisely said, okay, let's have another one near KL, just probably in Ampang again, and the government will think of subsidizing this factory.
Thank you for the update, Ibu. Appreciate it. So this is so excellent, and also thanks to Harith and team. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Auntie. Before we move on, before we have the final conversation the quick one between Cik Yus and Chris, I still would like to call upon my team. Yasin, you can run away. Come back, please. No excuse this time. Most of us just hear your name, perhaps, giving them phone calls, reminding them on meetings, reminding them on classes. So what do you have to say? Don't be shy.
Hi everyone, Yasin here. It's great. I've learned a lot from you guys, from everyone, Magic, USMAC, and even the 10 startups. It's an eye-opening to understand everyone's thought process and the progress they've done from the beginning till the end now. So I really enjoyed it. So glad to meet everyone, and sorry for any shortcomings, but nevertheless, you can still contact us if you need anything. Thank you.
Thank you, Yasin. Thank you, Yasin. Let's have a quick last conversation. I would love to listen from both Mr. Yus as well as Chris. Between the two of you, our stakeholder Magic and our US partner USMAC.
I don't see Chris. Oh yeah, there you see Chris.
Chris is here still.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm here.
I would like to say, one thing that, Chris, I think you've been working with other agencies in Malaysia before, and I think you have put a lot of effort trying to bring, Malaysian company abroad. I mean, from your personal view and vision, what is the readiness of Malaysian company to go abroad, especially to US market? Because one thing about Malaysia, when you talk about startup, they always compare Malaysia to Silicon Valley. And I believe that, that this is something that, maybe that you said, expanding your business doesn't have to be, physical. It can also be based on, your potential collaboration and stuff like that. Because I felt that even sometimes by having a connection is actually a good start for it.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it in a couple of different ways. The first is, it's just a question, there's a question of raw talent, and there's amazing talent in Malaysia. There are really smart, really well-educated, driven, ambitious people, right? That have technical skills, that have drive, that have heart. And, great companies always start with great founders. And the raw material is there in Malaysia. There are plenty of people that have the potential to become great founders. So that's the first thing that really encourages me. The second thing is, I've been engaged with the Malaysian startup scene for probably about 5 years now. And the thing that was interesting to me about this cohort was I see a different level of ambition. you know, we've talked about this earlier in this session, but about, you know, that people came with a lot of good thinking. They came with a lot of, you know, a lot of work already done. And they were already thinking about where are these global markets. 5 years ago, almost none of the startups that I talked to really were thinking about anything other than Malaysia. And if they were thinking about, well, we're going to expand, you know, we're going to leave Malaysia, we're going to go to Indonesia. And it's not that going to Indonesia is a bad thing, but it was like that was where their world ended. You know, and I hear, you know, I'm going to Dubai, I'm coming to Anaheim. There is a different sort of global mindset about, you know, that we can look for and we can find opportunities in other parts of the world. And that's also really encouraging. The thing that though the advice that I would give all of these startups is continue to think bigger and bigger. You know, it is about how can you scale? We talked about this in one of the sessions about having a growth mindset. You know, waking up every morning and how can I grow? How can I make the company grow bigger? How can I make the company grow faster? There's almost unlimited potential, but it requires the founders to want to grab that potential in order to realize it. That, you know, I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I've been teaching entrepreneurship around the world for the last 10 years. And I really just have come to the position that at the end of the day, it is about what happens inside the founder's mind, inside their brain, that ultimately determines the outcome. You know, that great founders build great companies. And we, in many ways, have rethought what we do to be more about not how do I help them build a better pitch, you know, but how do I get them to think about pitching? How do I change how they think, how they approach the world? Because if we can help build better founders, amazing companies are going to come from that later.
Nice one, Chris. Thank you for that. Yeah, what lies beneath is important, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all in here.
Here, you know, being resilient, being persistent, keeping the momentum despite you know, falling over, tumbling, meeting with hurdles and challenges. It's all about becoming successful by hardship and continuing the spirit, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think Encik Yus can attest to this. I mean, he started way back from since the dot-com bubble. Wow. I hope that company is still alive. I believe you're making
taken over, I think.
Taken over. So you did exit. Wow. Your pocket is full, man. Anyhow, thank you, Encik Yus. Thank you, Grace. I have to apologize because I have forgotten to call one startup from the cohort, which is Nick from Moovby. He is online. I overlook, and yes, Nick is online now. Can we call Nick? Couple of words from you, Nick. Thank you.
All right. Hello everyone, and thanks for having me today. So first and foremost, I would like to thank everyone who involved in this program. I think it definitely was a very a great program, I would say. Even though, like, from my side, I need to admit that the commitment that I need to put, allocate for all this, you know, like a program and running the business across Malaysia and Indonesia is quite challenging for me, and so I cannot give like fully 100% commitment. However, you know, like through this few months program, I think we have learned a lot from not just USMAC, but also from PPV itself. I would like to say thank you so much. You know, like we have faced as a startup during the pandemic, we have faced numerous challenges, and we have always been able to survive and thrive because not just on our the commitment from our team, but also from our consumer, our user, as well as the help from people like you guys. Is very much unwavering. So we are. I would like to say even though our missions, our aspiration to move to try to seek the potential expansion into the other market like US or maybe China, I would like to say that we are deeply rooted here in Southeast Asia, and we will continue to stay true to our mission to drive the Southeast Asia forward. However, we are very much looking forward to look out for other potential to expand to in the US one day. I think with all this learning curve that I have learned from all of you guys here, I think we're going to use for our future expansion. Thank you so much.
Inshallah. Thank you so much, Nick. Inshallah, one fine day, Moovby will go to the US. Inshallah. Thank you so much, Nick. And sorry for the delay calling you up for your remarks. Well, guys, last but not least, plantOS, Moovby, Codemax, TheNoor, ARTWIST, PurelyB, iLuvQuran, BiiB, The Green Factory, and MODEN KOL. A big congratulations for completing the 9-week GMP USA Accelerator, and well done for the success achieved, and Godspeed, more to come, inshallah. Godspeed, more to come, inshallah. And again, on behalf of Pixelplay Ventures, it has been a pleasure and such a wonderful journey full of excitement, laughter, banter, fun, inspiration, burning the night oil, sweat, energy, emotion, and tears. Yeah, literally, I repeat, tears. Well, GMP USA Cohort 1, guys, you earn our respect. Personally, you have my respect. And again, this is not bye-bye. It's just another beginning to a new chapter, being part of Pixelplay family. Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity allowing me to speak. I shall now pass back the floor to our MC for today, Harith, as well as Ainin. Thank you, Harith. Thank you, Ainin. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shahrul, for your sincere and frank remarks and for leading the startup sharing session. Thank you as well to our startups for sharing your opinions and feedback with us. We really appreciate that. And as seen previously, we have had the privilege of sharing a snippet of the success stories and potentials within the GMP USA 2021 cohort. We have USA-based collaborations, national level collaborations, and even collaborations between GMP USA startups. Amazing. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our Sherpas for guiding and sharing your knowledge to our startups. You guys are awesome, fantastic, and all the positive words that I can think of. Now, we hope everyone is still with us because next on our agenda, we would like to welcome, your sound effect for me, Karsten, Manager of International Partnership and Outreach, ASEAN Center of Entrepreneurship, to introduce our new brand, Meranti, and to say a few words for the closing speech. Karsten, the floor is all yours.
Thank you so much, Ainin. I think that's a lot of emotionals coming from Shahrul. Yeah. I know, you are that type of guy. So I will also try to loosen it up since it's the last session, and I try to keep it as short as possible. So I just want to do a very short thank you so much to the organizer here, USMAC, PPV, and as well as MATRADE. You guys have been doing a fantastic job, especially the startup. I'm really impressed of the progress that you have actually acquired with the help of USMAC as PPV here, be it in USA or be it in locally Malaysia. Congratulations. So I make aware that Encik Yusni actually at the beginning of this session mentioned about the added value services that we are actually gotten approval from the government, and it's only available to our GMP alumni. We are actually at the stage of finalizing the selection criteria as well as the process. Once that is done, very soon we'll be reaching out to you to tell you about this. So that is really something very excited for us to help you accelerate further and catalyze your business in any market that you are going. Okay. At the same time, you actually have my contact if you would like to get connected directly to speak to MATRADE in any things that you want to work with them. You have my numbers, just WhatsApp me and text me directly. I'll get you passed through. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so today is actually marking the last program we are running as Magic. Yeah, but it is not an end. It's actually a hint of a new beginning. So I'll be sharing my screen and introducing the next government agency we will be running, okay? So I hope you see my screen.
Yes.
Thank you. Impact to, ideas to impact, that is our new tagline. And marked with the T on the left-hand side here, you will see a lot of that logo moving forward. And it's something different from Tesla, but similar impact, okay? Right. So I just want to give you an history of where Meranti coming in. So into year 2020, there was a concept paper called Technology Commercialization Accelerator paper, was produced by Academy Science Malaysia. So by year 2020, it was tabled up to the parliament and suggested to a merge of between two government agencies, one that has been running over 20 years, Technology Park Malaysia, as another one who has been running for a good 8 years now, since 2014, to become a new government agency called Meranti. So this was our previous life, Magic, and these are some of the vision that we are looking at, just helping the startup as well as the local social enterprises to go beyond Malaysia as well within Malaysia. At a glance, we have been running approximately 1,500 programs. These are the numbers and statistics that you can read on the screen. And at the bottom of the slides, these are some of our signature program, naming a few, such as the National Technology Innovation Sandbox, E-Nation Conference, Magic Global Accelerator, as well as where we are now, Magic Global MarketFit. Okay, so all this program will then be absorbed into Meranti. So introducing to you Meranti, it stands for Malaysian Research Accelerator for Technology and Innovation. Okay, so next I will be playing you a video about this new organization.
Ideas. They're more than just ideas. They are a testament to originality and resourcefulness. Malaysia has shown, time and again, how ideas transition into greatness. So, what if all ideas had a shot at standing tall among the best? Great ideas aren't always perfect. Disruptive ideas rock the status quo. Big ideas are often belittled. Creative ideas are often scorned. But no matter where ideas come from, whether labs, classrooms, or mountaintops, or even our struggles and motivations, these inspired visions deserve everything it takes to accelerate change with the new return on ideas. Because every masterpiece has to start somewhere and needs room to grow. So now is the time for the seeds of ideas to mature and strengthen and highlight the value of Malaysian ingenuity as we reach for new heights together as a nation and forge the return on ideas. To all fellow innovators and game changers, we are here for you. Ideas to impact. Meranti.
Okay, so introducing Meranti. Meranti was actually officially last year in 9th of November. to look into accelerating ideas and to impact. So from where we were helping just the startup and social enterprise, now we are looking into commercialization, commercializing ideas, solutions, or product from companies, SMEs, universities, as well as the researchers into viable business for them. Our inspiration. Where does the Meranti, the name of Meranti coming from? It's actually inspired by one of the tallest tree in our Malaysia Tropica, Meranti tree. So it symbolized because Meranti tree is actually standing taller than any other trees in the wood. That's why we will like to take the inspiration, saying that our startups or companies that we are helping actually started from the root and then growing up to become taller, as well as above all the other trees that we have in this region. So of course, where the name change, we are also people who are working in Meranti will be called ourselves Meranti ants. So do refer us as the ants. Yeah. And our mandate. Now we have 2 developmental mandate as well as the sustainability mandate. In terms of developmental, we are looking into commercializing the R&D, creative and innovative through the network that we already have in government, industry, academy, the community, as well as overseas. Sustainability. Magic has been all this while relying funding from the government to run our operation. However, moving forward, we would like to become one of the profit generating or profit driven organization to drive our own revenue. So at the same time, we are doing the startups and business ourselves. Okay, so in terms of our role, we would like to accelerate Malaysia as a hub for technology innovation, commercial adoption, and scientific excellence. So joining the strengths of Magic, where we have been doing a lot of capacity building programs, plus the strengths that Technology Park Malaysia has, where they have vast land and the assets and facilities, physical facilities that they have, we are now looking into much larger and broader scope. Yeah, so now Magic will be moving from Cyberjaya and to be located in Technology Park Malaysia with a 686 acre of land in Bukit Jalil. So I believe most of the Malaysian here is very familiar with where Bukit Jalil is. And we, on the right side here, we are, these are some of our core capacity, continue nurturing and facilitating startups and companies for commercializing of R&D. So moving forward, the programs that Magic has been running will be moved over. Of course, there will be new things that is coming into the mix of Meranti. In future, these are some of the emerging technology that we are focusing. In short, maybe 1 to 3 years in agri-tech, biotech, energy, health tech, drone tech, autonomous vehicle, and 5G. So the capacity development is exactly where the Magic program seated. Most of the accelerator incubation program conferences will still be available to you under different name of Meranti. And of course, with the physical spaces that we have here, we plan to make it, we plan to develop an AI park and also a smart city and some thematic living labs. And Area 57 is actually a drone living lab. So of course, we will also have smart manufacturing and flexible manufacturing tools that are readily available to companies. Okay, so these are just some of the example how Meranti is sitting between the industry, academia, as well as the company to get them connected and testing out. I'll just skip this. And this is what one of the problem statement that produced by one of the conglomerate of Malaysia, that Tenaga Nasional Berhad, that looking for some solution that we bring that conversation onto a sandbox and get everybody together to facilitate. Okay, introducing our International Innovation Hub. This is something physical we have not done in Magic before because we don't really have that space. So it's a playground that you can actually create, experiment and realize your idea using the tools and facilities that is available in TPM. So these are some of prototyping tools that will be available in mid of this year. So I'm sure this may sync with some of the engineers here. It looks quite alien to me. Okay. So of course, at the same time, we will be running programs to help the community to build more makers with the tools that is readily available. And these are some of the thematic living labs that we are putting in plan: autonomous vehicle, drone area 57, 4IR integrated flexible manufacturing system, 5G, bioscience technology. So these are something in plan already. Right, so this is Area 57. It's already launched and we target to complete by May 2023. These are the infrastructure that is ready for the drone industry. Yeah, maybe these are the drone experts keywords that they would understand. Yeah. So we are positioning as the test ground for over 10 industry. Drone has been used for agriculture, logistics, filmmaking, defense, disease control, recreation, disaster mitigation, internet service providing, real estate, as well as energy. This is what it looks like for the autonomous vehicle living labs. We will be having a night autonomous driving in 2023, autonomous robotic delivery, wireless charging station, autonomous e-buggy, Project Pink bus, central command center, cooperative intelligent transport system. So this will be in TPM as well. And of course, supporting the flexible manufacturing system. We already have that in our campus. So mark your calendar. We will be having the First World Engineering Day, which is a 2-day event on the 4th of March, 2022, Friday. Come and pay a visit to TPM. Yeah, we'll be happy to host you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kasin, for the introduction of Meranti. Accelerate ideas to impact. That is what we stand for. And as mentioned in the video, every masterpiece has to start somewhere. Engineering playgrounds, living labs, Area 57, smart cities, a lot of exciting new things are coming. And we hope that everyone will be a part of the new Meranti in the future. Remember, as Kasin mentioned, 4th of March, World Engineering Day. Do drop by and we'll be more than happy to host you. I'll be more than happy to see everyone there. And with that said, we have come to the conclusion of our session today. Ladies and gentlemen, the closing ceremony has come to its end. First of all, a big thank you to USMAC and the Sherpas for their commitment and support to our Global Market Fit program from the beginning right to the end. I hope the knowledge and the experiences they have given us and bestowed upon us will be used to its fullest and elevate us to the US market and beyond. Thank you to Pixelplay Ventures, PPV, for being the backbone of the program. With your support, by organizing weekly hangout sessions, we did the bowling thing and went out, the weekly clubhouse sessions, and of course, your determination on delivering the program to our startups. I would also like to say a big thank you to MATRADE for providing support by having the Trade Commissioner of the Los Angeles, California in a session for our startups to understand more about the American scene during one of our GMP events and for supporting our startups with the MDG grant. A reminder To our startups, once again, don't forget to register in order to claim the MGT grant from MATRADE within 14 days after the event. To our startups, your journey continues beyond the GMP program. We would like to congratulate you and hope to see you all to become Malaysia's unicorn in the future. As mentioned by Chris, your willingness to take feedback is what will bring you forward. As quoted by Ken Blanchard, feedback is the breakfast of champions. And in our eyes, you are all champions. In addition, before I end today's session, I would like to remind our participants, our startups, that we will be providing a post-program feedback survey to be filled, and we from Maranti will be doing a quarterly tracking just to see how everyone's doing post-GMP program. We do have some exciting rewards for selected successful startups, as mentioned earlier, so stay tuned and we'll keep in touch. Once again, thank you everyone for gracing our closing ceremony with your presence. We appreciate your participation and support for the Global MarketFit program. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to apologize for any inconveniences or if we have made any mistakes throughout the event. We wish our startups all the best in the future endeavors, and we hope that our paths will cross again. Thank you all. See you again next time. Once again, Happy New Year's and Sinian Kuala to those who celebrate. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Then everyone, take care, stay safe, stay in touch.
Bye and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Happy New Year to celebrating.
Yeah, come see Pachai.
Happy Chinese New Year. Bye.
Have a good weekend, guys. I envy Karsin, but during Karsin's time, ada sound effect.
Sorry, I should have added it.
Okay.
I tak dapat pun drone.
Use pun tak dapat. He didn't get it. Only Karsin got it.
Maybe I was the last session lah.
Yeah. When Sharon mentioned that, I was like, oh yeah, we should have added a background effect. So I decided to add my own background effect to Titan.
He's creative and innovative. Alright, thank you guys. Have a good weekend. And
Sharo, we can still do it for you.
Yeah.
Everyone here.
Check use.
I didn't realize it's actually 3 months already. It's great to know you guys.
Okay guys, take care, stay safe. All the best.
Thank you, startups. Magic. Alright, have a good day, have a good weekend again. Happy New Year to the celebrating. Bye.
Bye. Finally, we see you. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. This including after the closing lah. Everybody don't actually wanted to leave. Sorry, what? This is the usual thing that we had on every closing, that people don't actually wanted to leave after the closing.
We can still have a conversation. It's fine.
Please go to the playlist as well. Hi Nick, I'm just